Good morning, everyone. It's Cail. How's everybody doing today? I am trying to feel better, getting over a bit of a sore throat that I had yesterday. I tried to stream doing some gaming of Stardew Valley over on my Gaming with Cail channel, and it just was a complete failure. I was having issues with the stream. My throat was bothering me. I gave up. I just deleted it. So today we're going to try some diamond painting, and then maybe later I'll attempt again the gaming stream. Maybe I'll just record it. I don't know. We'll see. But at least I'm feeling better. I think what it is that the mountain cedar is really high here in Texas, and so it's just really been bothering me. So today, instead of working on the Seraphina, I am working on Josephine Wall's Aquarius, which you can see the image down there in the bottom right. And I'm working on the, I think this is the rim. It's not the moon because that's further up that way. I think this is the rim of the urn that she's pouring the water out of. So I changed the resolution a little bit so you can get a better look. I zoomed in a little bit more. And this is kind of where I've been working this morning. My puppy woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Don't ask me why. I think maybe she had to go use the potty. So I've been up for, what time is it? 8:30 for 5.5 hours. That's great. Lovely. So I've got 3760 here in the tray. And there's a couple that are sticking together. So let's talk about the kit. So I bought this kit from Diamond Deutschland Painting in Germany. And when I first started working on it, I kind of didn't like it. I couldn't really see the symbols, and I don't know if it had to do with just the lighting I was using, maybe, I don't know, or just because I just wasn't used to seeing so many different symbols in an area, because this is a very confetti heavy kit. So in a small square of 100 drills, you could have, 10 colors or whatever. It's crazy. So it's a slow process. That part I don't really mind too much. It just took me a while to get used to looking at it and picking out these symbols and then seeing them over and over and over and getting used to which symbols they use, because they're not the same as the Diamond Art Club symbols. So that was, I think, one thing. The other thing is that there's this little bit of gapping going on, and no matter how hard I try to stop it, it just continues. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Again, as with the Witch's Study Room kit that I finished, I think once it's on the wall, you won't really be able to see it unless you would have to get close up to see it because it's going to be on the wall. So it looks, some of these aren't like perfectly placed, and I've been trying to make sure that when I first put the drill down that it's as, in the square as much as possible. But they do tend to float a little bit on the glue that's on here, so there's kind of constant adjustment. So some of these lines may look crooked or whatever, but I think as I proceed onwards, they'll fill in, they'll straighten out. I mean, these aren't too bad down here. They're straight. It's just, no matter how much I try and do the gap thing. Now, I don't know if that's just the drill quality, and that's probably it, but, I mean, there's nothing really I can do about it. I would have to, buy all new drills, and that would be expensive, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm just proceeding on as best I can, riding along with it, and I'm going to try and finish it up, and then I'll seal it, and then frame it and put it up on the wall. So what I'm trying to do here, so this morning I was working kind of like further down here. There was a couple of little, there's still a little, a few, filling in some of these and kind of just moving up this way. And what I try to do is kind of like a first, second, third, maybe even fourth pass of a symbol. because there's so many symbols in this small little area. So it's a little time consuming to finish a section, but when I'm done with it, it does tend to look really, really nice. I mean, I love the picture. The art is beautiful. So that's not the issue. It's just a matter of kind of working with the particular problems that this kid has. So I try and kind of do like a kind of go up and like pick like a square and just kind of look in there and see if I see that symbol. And then sometimes I'll have already done a symbol, say maybe like the camera. And then as I'm doing another symbol, I'll see the camera because I missed it. Sometimes I'll you know, just grab this and put it in there. But other times I'm just like, oh, it'll just have to go on like the second pass or whatever. Just because it's really super confetti. And I've already actually done, I think, most of this symbol. But, you know, like you never know. Because it could pop up on another pass. Like this symbol that's right here in this little square, I already did that color. So I'll have to go back and on the next pass and put it in there. So hope you all enjoyed your week. We had very mild weather here, which was very nice. I love when winters are mild here. Let me get the Spotify going. The dogs are sleeping. They're actually underneath my feet. So when I did the little bit of rearranging in my office, I turned this table. It was like right in front of the window that's that way. And I turned it, you know, I just turned it right angle and put my chair behind. So I have a closet that had bifold doors in it. And I took the bifold doors off because they were ugly. And it's got wire shelving in there. And I have the chair is actually like the back of the chair is in the closet. So I'm not sitting in the closet, but the back of the chair is in the closet. And this is in front of the closet. And that gives me just a little bit more room, which is nice. I'll check the chat thing in just a second. And hopefully the Spotify is loud enough. I might actually turn it up a little bit. I'll check the volume in just a second. Let's see. Spotify. I'll turn it up a little bit. Hopefully that works. I don't know. I did it in OBS, but maybe I need to do it in Spotify. Maybe. So let's go ahead and I'm going to see if the chat. Oh. I have the laptop to my left. So it's like I gotta remember just to be careful. So let's see if it pops up. Who knows? Let's see if I see any more of this symbol. There was quite a bit of this one here in this section. See, like when I move this, it kind of slides back. Just slide. So it's, you know, you move it, but then it like slides back. So I don't know how to prevent that. I don't think I can. I mean, what am I going to do? Hold, like press down really hard and like hold the drill in place until it, my cat is meowing outside the door. And like press it down until it doesn't move. Like, I'm not going to do that. So, let me see. Okay, so little chat things working. I'm gonna move this up a little bit. I know there's a little glare spot there. That's the light. I don't know why the cat is meowing. She can't come in here. First of all, I have a bunch of yarn that she could get to. I have plants. So I'm using, this is the B-note. This is my purple one. I have a rose gold one too. And there's not a lot of multi-placing on this kit. So I don't have a big multi-placer on there, just a small one, just a 3. In there. So it's kind of nice to be able to do at least a little bit of multi-placing, but it doesn't happen very often, unfortunately. I don't even know how many symbols are in just a square. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. I didn't really think about that when I picked this picture. It's like, I didn't think, hey, by the way, are you going to be able to multi-place it all? And the answer is very little. So one of the things that happened to me yesterday when I was trying to stream a simple game like Stardew Valley was issues with the stream, the quality of it. Maybe it might have been just the frame rate. Maybe I'll just do 30. You know, it's not like, I'm not doing like high-end gaming or anything. So maybe 30 is sufficient. I mean, obviously you want to go for better quality, but you also don't want to have crappy quality stream. What's going on outside? My neighbor doing something in their yard. So sometimes I can go like based on the color. So obviously this is blue and it's not going to be in here, so I normally won't look here. So it kind of saves a little bit of time. So, you know, here I got like some purples, but I'll look here. Somebody is mowing or blowing, one of the two. It's like, stop it. So I've got in mind spring cleaning coming up, because pretty soon it'll be spring here, and spring is very short in Texas, at least where I am. And before you know it, it's, you know, 100 degrees and you're just like, yeah, dying. Okay, I think that's it for that one. So try and get these in here. This is kind of how I do it, just kind of knock them in there. Try not to lose any. Alright, so in this kit, the way that I have the drills organized in these trays is an idea I found from, I think it was Kimba Crafting, something like that, by the symbol and not by the color. So all of these like arrows, things that have arrows are together, triangles are together, like that. Technology, you know, so maybe like, you know, like the camera and the camera and the satellite dish are together. That's kind of how I'm trying to do it. And then it's just a matter of remembering what group is where in which tray. So it's still a little time consuming to find what you're looking for, but it was easier than the other way. I had them just numerical order, and it was just killing me trying to find the color that I needed, because this kit has I think it's maybe 194 colors, something like that. I don't think this one is here. So if you've been away from your kit for a while, one like this, that's really super complicated and a lot of different colors and just different from a standard Diamond Art Club kit. It takes you about half an hour to get back into the swing of it, like the feel of it, the symbols, where the colors are on the tray. It's a process. You're like, oh my gosh. I put those in the wrong place, so I'll have to fix that. So anyways, I've been on the hunt for a really good spring cleaning list. And once I get one, I'll start it. I think I got like kind of part of one. I don't know if I really like it that much. But it's like the base, it's really basic. So we're gonna do 334. It's a kind of blue. There's a lot of blues here, blues and greens. I think I'm in the space between some flowers and a cloud, maybe? I don't know. So I'll have to go out in the front yard and clean all that up, anything that died over the winter. And the same for the backyard. And I'll check the sides. We don't really go on the side of the house. They're both gravel, rock, white rock, this white rock. So we don't have any grass there or anything. I think on the front side of the house, part of it has some wandering Jew, but that usually comes back on its own every spring. Might have to just do maybe a little bit of weeding. So I have to prep for that and figure out how to clean the blinds and clean the inside of the fridge and the stove and all that fun stuff that you do for spring cleaning. So like this one, like get in there. The thing is that if you push them too far, either way, any direction, you'll push it actually like out of the square. Why aren't you going down in there? And then it's just not in the right spot, you know. And some of them fit together just fine. I mean, this one I put in right there, it's fine. But not all of them. So I have a feeling that it may just be the drills. And there's not a whole lot I can do with that. And I've already started. I already spent the money on the kit. So, you know, I'll go ahead and continue on with it. Let's see if I can get the tray in here. It's like, ah. Wonder who's mowing their lawn, or who's having their lawn mowed. Really? Oh, that didn't work. Get in there. So for my birthday, I got some new coloring books. One of them came already. I did a stream on that. That's Luna. Or I did a video. I can't remember. One of the two. And then the other two came yesterday afternoon. I think one's called Botanicum, and the other one is Nightfall, by the same artist, Maria Trolle. So I'm looking forward to starting those, or at least one page in those. So maybe what I'll do is kind of like similar what I do with my cross stitch and my diamond paintings. It's just have like one project in each book and just rotate till I finish. I find that when I color, it's a little, probably maybe not as time consuming as cross stitch, but it's pretty time consuming. You can't like just go in there. Well, I can't. I mean, I'm not that fast of a colorer, but I can't do a page in just like, you know, an hour. Because you got to think about what color you want to use, and layering the colors, and then blending. Yeah, I don't do that quickly. This color doesn't go in here. And I've got this circle of light right here. I think that's the light above me. Little studio light. And the sun's shining in. Get the sun on me. I'm gonna do the blinds a little bit. I'm right next to the window. There we go. I don't want too much light. Okay, I think that's it for this one on the first pass. The other thing I noticed with some of these drills, well, first of all, when I first got them, taking them out of the bag was a B, because I missed one of these, because there was a lot of static. I don't know why. It was really weird, but it was very difficult on some of the bags to get the drills out. And I was just like, oh my God, I missed one of these. I get it while I see it. And I did miss one of those I was just doing. Oh Lord, where'd I put it? And then some of the drills are stuck to each other, and that's irritating as well. Let's see here, hold on, let me check the quality of the stream. Let's check it out. Your stream quality is good. Well, thank God for small miracles. Okay. What do I want to do next? This one here, I think. I thought I saw it. That's the other thing too, is your eye will like maybe like look in this area and then you'll look away at a color or something or whatever, and then you look back and you're like, where was I looking? This one right here. Where was I looking? And then like you can't remember. So you just move on. Oh my God, I can't remember where I saw that symbol. So this square one here. I'm trying to figure out where I put it. Because it's kind of just a generic symbol. It's not like, it's not technology or whatever. I thought I had it next to those other kind of funny looking ones. What else is over here? Number 8. Do that one. Is it an 8? Yes. Let's grab one out of here. Grab one. I've got some 9s. That's 6. 9. I'm going to dig in here for one, so I can get one on here. Sometimes I can, sometimes they won't do it. So I kind of put it in the tray. It's stuck to the side. Adventures in Diamond Painting. Oh, come on. Just give me a couple then. Come on. Not sure why they're sticking to the side. There's nothing on the side of the pen. Like, okay, cooperate. Try not to move the table too much while I shift position. Let's do the gear. Let's do this gear. Okay, gear would be like mechanical. I guess I could call that mechanical. You know, I tried to do this in my left hand, holding the tray in my left hand. It was a massive failure. I'm so like not left-handed. Let me move this down now that I'm done up there. I'll start down here, kind of move up that way. All these different blues and greens. Scoot over and let this one get in there. So as usual, I don't have the auto focus on because I don't like it moving around while I'm streaming. When I watch it on other people's streams, it kind of makes me a little motion sick, so I try not to do that. I think the first videos I did probably have it on, but I didn't actually realize what was going on. And then I was like, oh, yeah, that's kind of, ugh. Making me feel sick. But I used to get motion sickness long ago when I was a child, driving in the car. Mom, open the window, open the window. I wouldn't like throw up or whatever. I would just like need air and to sit in the front seat. Which my siblings hated. Why does she get to sit in the front? And basically my mom was like, well, you don't want her to get sick all over you, do you? And they're like, no. Can I get these straight? Maybe. Okay, I think that's that section. Okay. So I could do smaller sections at a time, you know, maybe just like here to here or something, you know. But I figured that I would do like a bigger section. It's the size of, let's see. So it's basically the size of one of these release sheets. That's the size of the section I'm doing. I could cut it in half, but the thing is these colors are kind of all like bleeding together, and there's, you know, only so many times I can do a pass before my brain's like, okay, I can't see that symbol anymore. So I figure I just do like as many of that symbol in that space as I can. Hey, get in there. This line right here is so crooked. I've already tried to straighten it a few times. It keeps shifting. Okay, so I'm going kind of this way. I've been working on the Seraphina, and one of the things I noticed in its round drills is they're really shiny. Much shinier than the square drills. It's kind of a bummer. I mean, I don't have a preference for round or square. They're both, you know, good to work with. I think square is a little bit harder. Obviously, as you can tell when I run into issues, you know, because they literally need to all be the same size. If they're going to be off even by a little bit, it just screws up your whole alignment. Doo-doo-doo. So if you've got a diamond painting, go ahead and pull it out. You can work along with me. It is a whip and chill. Work in progress. We're working away at it. I can't remember how many drills this project has. I don't know if it said. I gotta figure it out. Let's just say a lot. I'm still trying to figure out also if I like this diamond painting pen. I mean, I like the square tip when I'm doing square drills. That part's cool. But This right here, these little ridges are like not very comfortable. I could put something on there. I don't know. Oh shoot. Don't go flying out. I could put something on there. One of those little finger protector things. I just have to find one. See if it'll fit. Let's see, I move this over a little bit. Let's see, this way. So I think we're going to have rain for the next few days on and off, or at least cloudy skies, which is a real bummer. That 1 week when it was cloudy, I was just not feeling good all week long. There's one of those symbols that I missed from earlier. So I didn't miss one again. Where did I see it? Oh my gosh, right here. I should like hold my finger there. It's like, this is where it is. And this one is here. I just love this professional streaming, right? Hey, I'm surprised I can even do it at all. It took me like a year to get everything I needed, to figure out how I needed to do it. I'm still figuring it out. So like, yesterday I put an equalizer VST for OBS to make the sound better on the microphone over there when I'm gaming. And now I need to go into my laptop and do the same thing. So it's always learning something. And then on the desktop, I got a mixer. Just not an expensive one, just a kind of basic mixer. It's got the little sliders and just to amp up the sound a bit. I'm a very soft-spoken person unless I'm being rowdy about something like a football game. Or when I'm, headbanging to dubstep freaking music or trap or something. But for the most part, I'm very soft-spoken. And I know that that's probably not a good thing for streaming. But I don't even know what would make me like start screaming online. Or raising my voice. Maybe if they announced a new Animal Crossing game, I'd start screaming. Not a girly scream, just screaming. Woo-woo. But yeah, I'm just soft-spoken. I don't know if that comes from being in a big family. I mean, even though I was like kind of like the bossy big sister, and I can yell. I mean, I've yelled at my dog, like screaming at Lily, like, stop it, when she barks, like at the people walking down the sidewalk, like, knock it off. But I don't like normally like yell at people. Now, if I got in a fight with my siblings, I would just kick their ass, but I didn't like yell at them. Well, maybe at my older brother, tell him to quit teasing me. Then I'd kick his ass. I was a fierce little thing. I was a fierce little thing when I was little. Well, I mean, I'm still little. When I was young. I mean, you know, Puerto Ricans have a temper. It's a Hispanic thing. No matter what anybody tells you. It's there. It's in the blood. So my husband, he's Cuban. So he's like, you have to... And he's usually really calm. Like, we never fight. We've never raised our voices at each other. Maybe just slightly. But I've never yelled at him. Never called him names. Nothing like that. Never used the F word at him. Like, you know, no name calling. Nothing like that. We just don't do that. It's not our style. He's a Libra and I'm an Aquarius. So there's a lot of air sign, rational, non-emotional stuff going on. Which is why we get along really well. It's like we're just not emotional with each other. I'm not crying all the time or whining or whatever. He's not mad and whatever. And so we get along really well. And he's like, you would have to literally like take me up, you know, up to that next level. Like take me up to that next level for me to just lose my shit. And that's how I am too. Like you would really super have to push my button or like the right button where I would just lose it and lose control, because both of us are very control people as far as our emotions go, because it's just not our style to lose control of our emotions. And my kids have done it a few times, twice with my son where I just really lost it. Once he called me a name. I think he called me a name. And then the other one, I forget what he did. He did something. Maybe he hurt his sister. I don't know. I can't remember that one. But both times I was like, that is not happening. So I put like soap in his mouth and he went hysterical, ballistic on me. Like lost it completely. Red in the face, sweating, crying up a storm. And he was like 3 years old. And I didn't put a lot of soap. It's just like a tiny little bit. Just a taste. It's like, don't call mommy names. Ever. Now my daughter, she and I, yeah, we get in fights. She's a Leo. She's fire sign. She's hot to trot. And that just brings out my, like, I try and not get mad. We would get mad at each other, but sometimes she would get mad at me because I wasn't being emotional. I would just like, when I get like super angry, sometimes I'll just go like, just stone cold, just silent, and just like the look, right? And she'll know. She's like, oh shit, I took mom to that level. I took mom to that level, and now I'm just gonna have to cope with the consequences of my actions and my choices, whatever. Like she called me a bitch one time, and I was like, what did you say? Like, what did you just say? I mean, I just reached over, I yanked a lock of her hair. I was like, what did you just call me? And I was like, go to your room, right? And so she's up there, and I hear her just screaming at me. Oh my God, calling me names, saying, you know, I hate you, blah, blah. She was a teenager. It was a teenage drama. And so I stood at the bottom of the stairs just listening, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, are you seriously kidding me? That's what she's saying about me? Oh, hell no. And so I went and I got a bar of soap, and I was like, she's not calling me that. Nope, 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 nope. And I was just cold anger, not hot anger, like screaming and stuff, just cold anger. And I walked up to her room and she's listening to like Marilyn Manson, and this was her I Love Satan phase. And I think she had on her wall, Satan loves me. I was like, oh Lord. And so I just walked up into the room, just silent. I didn't say a word. And she's on sitting cross-legged on the floor listening to this music, and I just reached down, and she knew. And I grabbed the CD out of the CD player and busted it over my knee. I don't want you listening to this. And then I shoved the bar of soap in her mouth. Don't you ever call me that again. Oh gosh, what a fight that was. We both remember it clear as day. She knew I was going to come up there too. She told me that later on. I knew you were going to come up there, Mom. That's why I just sat there and took it when you stuck the soap in my mouth. I love her. She's awesome. But yeah, we've always kind of been like that with each other. It's just that air and fire thing going on. And we both know it. We've tried to keep it under control over the years. It's better. But she's still a mystery to me. Even after all these years. She was born in 85. I don't know. I do math in my head. And even after all this time, she's still a mystery to me in certain ways. Oh no, somebody's really with the mower. You peek out there. Oh, I don't know what she's doing. Or he, whoever it is. So yeah, I mean, I love my daughter. She's like 5'10". I'm like 5'1". So here's this child of mine is 5'10", and I think my son was like 6 feet, 5'11". I don't know. Anyway, she's like 5'9". She's just tall. To me, she's just tall. And I mean, both my kids are tall. So they're always towering over me once they became, their permanent height. It's like, oh my gosh. Can I grab one of these? Come out of there. It's stuck to the side of the pen. Okay, I remember where I saw it. Here. And my daughter is very dramatic. And she's an extrovert. She's very outgoing. Her friends love her. And she's fiercely loyal to her friends. And sometimes she was too much so when she was younger. Got her into trouble. But she's very flamboyant and vivacious. These words that apply to my daughter. And not to me. I'm not vivacious. And she's very dramatic. She's very intense. Everything's intense with her feelings. And she's very smart. Yeah, she's a very complex person, but very, very cool. Just sometimes she's just a mystery to me. I'm like, why are you doing that? Don't understand it. But she has to live her life her way and do what she wants to do. She isn't an upside down drill alert. She's an adult. She's been an adult for a long time. Mom does not have any right to tell her what to do. I can advise. I can give suggestions, but she has her path and I have mine. she's very into, she's not an activist, but she's very into like InfoWars and Alex Jones and what people would consider conspiracy theories. She's very up to date on all that. And trust me, she knows her stuff. And I don't really like get into it per se. It's not like a hobby. I don't spend a lot of time like thinking about or being active about that kind of stuff. But I've always told her and my son, it's like, look, one of these days the shit's gonna hit the fan and the world's gonna go into like serious emergency disaster mode, and just be prepared. And I still think that it can happen. It's a depressing thought, but it could happen. You never, you know, people are nuts. Not all people, just some people. But some of those people have power and they have money. And it's nuts. So, we would talk about that, you know. When they were younger, I would tell them, you know, look around you and you see all the adults around you. All these adults, your parents, grandparents, people you see at the store, like just all the adults that you see around you one day are going to be dead. So be prepared, because you guys are going to be running the world, because we're not going to be here. We'll be gone. So just be ready, you know. And that's still true. That's true of every generation. That's just the way the cycle of life works. The adults one day will be gone, and you all get to run the world how you see fit. Have fun, and try not to, you know, blow everything up. Just be nice. Let people live their lives. Be tolerant, be loving, share, help each other out, be kind. It's important. Okay, this one here, up here is like little lines. I think that's like a piece of paper, which I thought I would have put like with the office symbols, but I don't see it there. Oh, it's down in the miscellaneous. It should be with the office stuff. So, just like that. When I was little, I always wanted to have kids. Of course, I was reading like, you know, Little House on the Prairie, Laura Ingalls Wilder, very homey, family related. So I thought like, oh, I want to grow up and I want to have like 4 kids, and let's do this one. I have 4 kids, you know, the white picket fence. I missed one of these here. And then I had 2 kids, and I was like, I'm done. And although I was a good mother, I wasn't always a good mother. I had my failures. And I would do it again because I do love them, but I would try and do it better. You know, hindsight's 20/20. I mean, I don't necessarily like feel guilty, but I feel bad that I could have been, you know, I could have been a better mother. I mean, we always can be better. And then, of course, I had my depression that interfered with so much. My parenting, my love lives, there was more than one, love lives, you know, just with my own self, with my career, with my education. I mean, the depression was, you know, bitch. I still got to tell my depression story one day. Okay, I think I'm done with this. I think maybe, let's put this up. Get in there, get in there. Doesn't want to get in there. Sticking. This one goes here. So now we're going to do this moon. I don't think there's that many of them. So I don't know if I mentioned it in any of my other videos or streams, but my husband made me a frame for my Magic Potion diamond painting kit. So I told him that, so we're trying to figure out like how to brace the back of it. I mean, it's so big. What was I doing? The moon. And I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on it. So, but he wants to get the plexiglass for the front. But it's a big sheet. It's like 69 inches, 68 inches by 26 inches. That's a big piece of plexiglass. So I think it's going to be like about $100. So, but it is kind of like my main project so far. And then this one here, Aquarius and Bubble Wall, are the other like main ones. See how much it costs to frame those. So once I get it up on the wall, switch position, sore hips. Once I get it up on the wall, I'll take a picture, post it on my X Twitter, so y'all can see what it looks like. Check on the stream. Everything doing okay. Nobody watching, but that's fine. I'll come back and watch it later. What am I doing? The moon. The moon, the crescent moon. So I've been looking for a new game to play that's very casual like Animal Crossing New Horizons. Like, I don't want to do like a lot of thinking when I play it, just kind of play it very casually. I haven't really been able to find one that I like. I'm still on the lookout for that. I did break out my PS5 and try the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth demo. I'm not sure I can play that long term. I don't know if I'm good enough with the controls and have fast enough reflexes and so forth. I think that's it for the moon. I don't know. I was wrong. I lied. I was lying through my teeth. Boom. 2 more. Seriously. It's confetti. Confetti hell. I'm in confetti hell. Okay. I think that's enough for the moon. So, okay, so Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I probably will buy it and just kind of try and get good. Try and get good. Notice I said try. No promises. Okay, this one, let's try. No growling. Here, growling underneath me. Let's try the S. So So I've got like all the letters together. So here's S is 798. So I think that comes out February 29th, but I'm in no hurry to buy it. There's a couple other games I want to go for first. One comes out on the 21st of February and one on the 22nd. So I think the one on the 21st is A Garden Life, which looks really cute. I'm not in there. I'll move this down. There we go. And I'm trying to decide if I want to play that on the PS5 or on the Switch. I'm sure it'll look better, obviously, on the PS5. But I wouldn't be able to play it in the living room unless I buy a PS Portal. So that's kind of still up in the air where I'm going to put it. And you know, Switch, lately I've been really, is that an S or 5? Okay, that's right. I've been really unhappy. 5 is green. S is blue. With my Switch. So I went through yesterday through the e-store, e-shop, whatever they call it. And, you know, a lot of the stuff that I see on there is just, it looks like mobile games. Why, you know, it's just like, just kind of trashy type games. Which I hate to say, but, you know, you gotta call it how it is. It just look like kind of trashy games on the Switch. I went through it for maybe like 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and I just shut it down. It's like, I don't see anything. I had thought of doing my time at Sandrock on there because, you know, it's on there, but I have it on my Steam Deck, and the only thing with the Steam Deck is just it's heavy. So after a while, when you're holding it, it's nowhere near as light as the Switch. And so when you're trying to game with it, after a while, your hands just get tired of holding it. So I try and like end up like leaning it on something. But then it just makes it awkward for your gaming or whatever. So, you know, I thought maybe like just trying to find something on the Switch that's much more lightweight that I can just do casual gaming in the evening after I'm done doing everything else. So I'm still looking. I'm trying to remember the other game that's coming out, the one that's on the 22nd. A Garden Life and maybe a Bandle Tale. Maybe? No. Something on my Steam wish list. Crap, I have to go look. And the other thing I did was, since it was on sale, and my son would be proud of me, was to buy Skyrim Special Edition. I mean, I've heard so many good things about the game. I figured I would give it a whirl. So it looks like it's pretty involved. I don't know if I would consider that casual gaming. This is a pretty big RPG. So it's one of those, you know, be in the mood for it. But I did manage to, oh, and it has bow and arrow, and I'm not very good with bow and arrow, so I'm not sure how well I'll do with that part of it, but I did manage to get through the first mission. I escaped the town and the dragon and whatever is right at the beginning there. So I was proud of myself for that, because I managed not to, like, actually die. Killed some monsters. Got some loot, whatever. Right, so I managed that. Look, there's the moon thing right there. Are you serious? I missed it. I knew I'd probably miss one. I'm missing them all the time. Try and finish up these S's. I saw it over here somewhere there. Kind of scattered through here. All of these symbols, after a while your brain just stops functioning. Looking around. Let's look at it this way. Move this camera a little bit. I think that's all of them, but I said that about the other symbol, right? Okay, so I think we're done with the S. Get in there. I really want to buy a very nice diamond painting tray, but they're kind of expensive. There's some nice ones I've seen on Etsy. I know there's one called like Money Maid or whatever that I've been thinking about, but she's kind of sporadic, and I understand why. She's a new mother, or she's still pregnant or something. Oh, position shift. What else we got? How long have we been going? An hour? Oh, maybe I'll finish up. I don't make it too long. Maybe a little bit longer. What I got here? Triangle. Looks like a painting roller. The poison symbol. Got a car. I see the car. Here's the car. It's 161. 161. Let's put a few of those in there. Then I'll finish up with that one. I don't really have to like arrange them like that since there's all this confetti, but I do it anyways, just habit. Okay, so the car is kind of a light symbol, and so it's not that easy to see sometimes. I think that was one of the things that I encountered when I first started working on this kit, because this is one of the kits that I've had as far as like the major kits for the longest time. And then I stopped working on it for a while because I was running into those issues. And I think one of the issues is that this symbol, like this car symbol, it's really like kind of light on the canvas. So once you have it like scoped in your mind, like you try and do as many of them as you can. If that makes any sense. You know, when you're just doing like individual colors, it doesn't seem like there's any rhyme or reason why that color is there. But when you stand back and you look at the picture finish, you can see, and you're like, oh, that looks really nice. But from up close, like how we are today, it just looks like a mishmash of colors together. And I've been diamond painting since like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I think it's almost time to go do something different. Maybe make myself something to eat. I haven't eaten anything all day. It's probably bad, but I have a slow metabolism. And I need to lose the weight anyway. Freaking COVID weight. My metabolism's so slow and my knees torn up, so exercising has been really kind of a non-starter, unfortunately. I gotta figure out a way to get around that. And I've never been much of an exerciser. I'm not the athletic type. Although when I was a teenager and when I was young, I used to ride my bike all the time. I was on the swim team. But that was fun. That wasn't like exercising. I'm doing this one kind of weird. It's just a weird symbol. I mean, you can tell it's a car, but when you look at it on the canvas, it doesn't look like a car. So you have to kind of figure out where it is. So usually when I'm doing either this Josephine wall or the bubble, the Aquarius or bubble wall, usually like I'll have on a movie or, you know, watching YouTube or whatever, and it helps, you know, pass the time. But I'm not like in a rush, you know, frantically searching for symbols or anything. Like, it's very relaxed. So even though probably from an external point of view, like your point of view watching this, you'd probably be like, oh my God, that looks like so much work. And in a sense it is. And it is time consuming, you know, looking for these very small symbols. But when you stand back and you look at it and what it looks like when it's done, you're like, oh, that looks really nice. So it makes it well worth the effort and the pain, the pain that you go through with all this confetti, where you're like, oh my gosh. Here's the cloud. I know I missed the cloud, a couple of clouds here, a couple of cars. Oh, shoot, one there, one there. One here. I think that's one there. One there. There have been a few times when I've actually had to break out my magnifying glass to figure out what symbol it is on the canvas. Especially when he has, I say he, they have these here like this. This set with the lines. There's another one with the lines. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 symbols that have those lines on them like that. So they're like here, 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 And there were a lot up at the top. Here, there's 2, there's 3, there's another one here. And so the lines, the white lines that they use to print onto the canvas, some of them are real faint. And so you're trying to figure out, is it the one that goes like this way, or is it the one that goes this way? This way? Is it got the dot? Is it all 3? It's 3-sided, 2-sided. This one's pointing this way. This one's going this. Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, it's a killer. Those I usually save till last because they're so difficult. Yeah, I saw a car up here. Oh shoot. Yeah, this isn't the easiest one to work on. I find that this one is harder to work on than Bubble Wall. I mean, Bubble Wall has the confetti, don't get me wrong. It's got the confetti going on big time. But maybe it's the colors of the drills that makes it easier to find the symbol on the canvas. I saw a car up here somewhere. Oh, here. Find the symbols on the canvas and then put the drill there. I don't know if it's because they're blues and greens. I'm not really sure. But obviously, like, some of these symbols are a little easier to pick out than the other ones. Like right here, like what is that? These are triangles. Yeah, so some of the ink, I guess the coloring, the intensity, the saturation of the ink that's on the canvas, some of the colors are just not as saturated as they should be, so it just makes it difficult to figure out what the symbol is. And it's got white, especially the ones that with the white. I wish they had maybe used black instead. Maybe it would have been easier. I think that's all the cars. I think. Doo-doo-doo. Nope. I was wrong. Again, I lied. This one right there. This will be the last one I do. Then I'll probably, I need to put the sealer on the Magic Potion diamond painting at some point, but I don't want to do it yet because it's kind of folded in half and hanging on hangers. I mean, it's so big. And so I don't want to put the sealer on it yet, because then once I put the sealer on it, I want to keep it flat, and I have no place to store that canvas. It has to be hanging because it's so big. So I may do some coloring on my new coloring books. I see another car. I still want to do a gaming stream, but I gotta finish doing the mods. So with Stardew Valley, which I know is extremely popular, and I'm surprised I haven't played it yet, but I was explaining in my failed stream yesterday that on the Switch and the Steam Deck is just too small. I couldn't really see what I was doing. The other thing I really hate is the way time passes in the game. And so but I still want to play it, right? And so what I decided to do was use some mods to make the game the way that I can play it. This old lady can play that game. So I've got like a cheats mod for the stamina, so I have to deal with that. I don't want to do like a lot of freaking grinding. Mostly I want to just decorate the farm, take care of the animals, that sort of thing. Maybe not do like a lot of crops or whatever, but you know, just kind of casual. So again, if I could do that in the living room, I would. But anyway, so I put the mods on my desktop. And I found one that makes the trees pink and white. It's so pretty. So I got a bunch of mods running on it. So I got to test it out again. There was one I was missing to make another one run or something. You know, I don't really know about the modding world. I've never played a game modded before. I think maybe I tried like one mod on Lens Island, but I didn't even play it like 10 minutes with that mod because I didn't really know what I was doing. So I read up a little bit more about how to use them, how to install them, so on and so forth, where to put them on your hard drive and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, I think that's it for the car. And so I'll probably try that out in a little bit. It's just cloudy here. It's just awful. Ugh. I hate cloudy days. Look, I missed a gear right here. I missed a gear. Wait, hold on. Thankfully that one's handy. Grab it. Grab it while I can. Uh-oh. Hold on. It's my hubby. Wait. Gear. Get in there. What the heck is that? Wait. Amber alert. Lord of mercy. Okay. I think that was it for the car. Of course, on a second pass through. So I want to get like this little airplane looking symbol done because there's a lot of that. The paintbrush roller, there's a lot of that. This telephone little section right here. And I'm going to save, although probably I should do them first, those symbols with the lines. I should probably do those before I do anything else. Because once I get all the other drills in there, it's hard to see which direction those white lines are going. So I might do that next. Get those done. And then go back to doing the other colors. So let's put these in here. After I'm done, I will call my hubby. See what he's up to. He's trying to survive work till he can retire. He's so over it. I feel bad for him because it just sucks. Corporate world sucks. Come on, get off there. Stuck. So yeah, so I feel bad for him. So in these two, I poured this color into the top of here, so I'm going to try and get those out. I don't know why I keep doing that. It's so dumb. Oh, I just get forgetful. It's just part of it. Part of aging. So we did make some progress. So this morning, let's move this camera, I'll show you. So down here, I was still working on all this morning. Right. So there was like, maybe not here, but I did all of this here this morning. So all of this, got all of these, like most of, I would say like 60% of this area I did this morning. So not too bad, making progress, but there's still quite a few colors that need to be done in there. And that's just going to have to wait till the next time. I'll go ahead and leave it set up. I've got the Seraphina hanging on a hanger behind me. And I'll, you know, work on that sometime this week too. I got another section done yesterday. I finished the third section. It's looking really, really pretty. So when I look behind me, it's really, really sparkly. Like I love the sparkly part of it. That's like really, really nice. So what I like to do, oh, let me get a sip of water. What I like to do when I'm done is, so here's where this, let me move this up, I'll show you. So there's the line of the next release sheet, and then this one over here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and put this over it. It won't really like stick because there's so many drills right there, but I'll put it on there and then I'll just kind of cover it just to protect it till the next time that I come and work on it, because the duct for the heater and the AC is like almost like, it's just like right in front of the right in front of this table. So I don't want it to like dry out, you know, I'm afraid it'll like dry out the glue and then like the diamonds won't stick. So I just kind of cover it up like that. And then that way I can, you know, come and just sit here tomorrow morning. I usually do my diamond painting in the morning, now that I have my drafting table, because I can just turn the TV on, put the news on or whatever, and then my husband will come in here and join me, and he'll have his coffee and we'll talk and we'll watch the morning news. And then either I'll stream a diamond painting stream, or I'll switch over to the desktop and do maybe like a coloring stream or a gaming stream or whatever, cross stitch stream, video, whatever. I'll go over like to the desk area and do something different. Or if I'm not feeling well, I'll just go in the living room, cross stitch, watch TV. Like yesterday I didn't feel very good, and especially at, like in the evening, I took a Zyrtec and that just made me so drowsy. I think I was asleep by like 7:45, 8 o'clock. That's crazy. So, but yeah, I do want to do some coloring, but I do want to do my gaming. Choices. But that's the nice thing about being retired. You have those choices. You're not forced to be a slave for the corporate police people that are awful. So, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. If you have any suggestions for my streams, or if you find that something sounds funny or looks funny or whatever, let me know in the comments so that I can improve my streams. I do want to, you know, provide at least some sort of good quality. Maybe not professional grade quality, but good quality. I'll get that VST plugin set up on the laptop that I stream from on the diamond painting. Get that so the sound's pretty good over here. I doubt I'll buy another mixer just for the laptop. That'll just be for the desktop, but at least the VST plugin will help with the sound quality. And I think that's about it that I can think of right now. Oh, and last thing is, tomorrow is my birthday. I am an Aquarius. So tomorrow I turn 64. I was born in 1960. I will be 64. So that's kind of interesting thought to be thinking about when you get older. You're like, oh, the numbers keep going up and up and up. But I gotta say, at least I'm alive. I'm relatively healthy. You know, there's a lot of people in worse shape, so I keep plugging along. And I'm able to enjoy my hobbies and, you know, share my passion for my hobbies with you good people. So take care. I will see you next time, and be kind to the world and be kind to yourself and be sparkly.